This is Plant-Based Briefing, Universal Meals, and 5 ways to encourage your school to serve vegan lunches, both from the Physicianscommittee for Responsible Medicine at pcrm.org. And I'm Marian Erickson, and this is the curated content plant-based podcast, where I search for a variety of articles on plant-based, vegan, eco-friendly topics, get permission, and read them to you here in about 10 minutes or less every weekday. And today's articles are short, so I've combined 2 into the one episode. They're both from the Physicianscommittee for Responsible Medicine. They're an amazing organization. They're a nonprofit founded by Dr. Nealbarnard, combining the clout and expertise of more than 12,000 physicians, dietitians, and scientists, and almost 200,000 members worldwide. And they're changing the way doctors treat chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and cancer by putting prevention over pills and empowering patients to take control of their own health. And since 1985, they've worked tirelessly for alternatives to the use of animals in medical education and research, and for more effective scientific methods. And I thought I was pretty familiar with their work and their website, but I just learned today that they have a universal meals program and school lunch programs. So much information to educate people and help people affect change in their communities. I found out about their Universal Meals program after a conversation I had with a friend this past Friday. She was having people over to her house and wasn't sure what to feed everybody because she had so many dietary restrictions. Somebody was a vegetarian, somebody was gluten-free, someone has a severe peanut allergy. And I thought I had heard something about a program like this Universal Meals, but I wasn't sure. I think I'd heard about it on the Exam Room podcast, the Physicianscommittee podcast, which I highly recommend. So I started Googling and found this program, lo and behold, from pcrm. So I got totally engrossed in the information, looking through the program info, the recipes. Then I saw their school lunch program information. And the resources they've created there are incredible too. Booklets with every possible resource or piece of information you could need to go to your school and help them understand why and how to implement healthy vegan lunches. So I was just blown away by all these new things I've just learned that pcrm is involved with. What an amazing organization. So glad I'm a member. I'm so happy to support what they're doing. So now let's get to today's plant-based briefing. Universal Meals and 5 Ways to Encourage Your School to Serve Vegan Lunches by the Physicianscommittee for Responsible Medicine at pcrm.org. Universal Meals. Universal Meals makes it easy to offer delicious recipes that work for almost every type of diet. More people than ever have a specific diet due to health reasons, environmental or humane concerns, allergies, or cultural or religious traditions, and the Universal Meals program was designed to meet these needs. With Universal Meals, everyone has a seat at the table. Our free program offers simple guidelines and recipes that are free of animal products, gluten-containing grains, nuts, alcohol, and other allergens to accommodate food preferences and common allergies. Universal Meals include vegetables, fruits, legumes, non-gluten grains, and herbs and spices. Universal Meals are free of the top 9 allergens and other ingredients, including animal-derived ingredients like meat, eggs, fish, shellfish, and milk, gluten-containing grains like wheat, barley, rye, triticale, and contaminated grains, peanuts, tree nuts, soy, and sesame, and alcohol. Who is it for? Universal Meals was designed for both the kitchen and the consumer. Our recipes can be adapted to fit your kitchen's needs while adhering to the Universal Meals guidelines, so you can increase customer satisfaction and streamline your operations. This program is made for schools and colleges, hotels and businesses, restaurants, airlines, and hospitals and long-term care facilities. You can even do it right at home. The program includes 1. Recipes developed by the Culinary Institute of America, Spork Foods, Inc., DC Vegan Catering, and Chef Dustin Harder of the Vegan Roadie to appeal to virtually everyone regardless of their dietary requirements. 2. Thrifty recipes are indicated with a yellow sticker. Thrifty recipes are cost-effective with ingredients priced at $1 or less per serving. 3. tips on how to adapt your kitchen's current offerings to align with Universal Meals guidelines. 4. Gorgeous recipe photos that are compatible for digital and print use. And 5. Free marketing materials to advertise Universal Meals to your clientele. Get the recipes linked here. 5 ways to encourage your school to serve vegan lunches. Share these resources, recipes, and videos with your local schools to encourage them to serve students healthy vegan lunches. More and more students want vegan school lunches because they're concerned about the environment, their health, and animals, and schools are starting to listen. Approximately 14% of school districts across the U.S. offered vegan options in 2017, up from 11.5% in 2016. That's good news for students, many of whom may already have elevated cholesterol levels and are not getting enough fruits and vegetables. Research shows that half of U.S. children and adolescents do not have ideal cholesterol levels, and 25% are in the clinically high range, a risk factor for developing heart disease later in life. A healthy diet focused on fruits and vegetables reduces cardiovascular risk factors in children, according to a recent study. But only 7.1% of U.S. adolescents eat the federally recommended servings of fruit per day, and only 2% consume the daily recommended servings of vegetables per day. Vegan school lunches contain triple the amount of heart-healthy fiber found in standard entrees, according to a Physicians Committee case study, linked here. Physicians Committee dietitians and researchers partnered with DC Central Kitchen to pilot 6 vegan entrees at a K-8 school in Washington, D.C. The entrees featured engaging names such as Veg Out Chili and Powered Up Pasta, and met all national school lunch program nutrient requirements. The vegan entrees had 0 cholesterol compared with an average of 54 milligrams in the standard entrees. The vegan dishes also had more iron, calcium, and vitamins A and C, and less fat and saturated fat compared with the standard entrees. Vegan school lunches aren't just good for students, they are good for the environment too. A report from Friends of Earth found that if all school districts in California swapped out a beef burger for a black bean burger just 1 day per month, it would reduce greenhouse gas emissions as much as taking 22,000 cars off the road for 1 year. Share these 5 vegan school lunch resources linked below with your local schools. 1. A booklet, Vegan Quantity Recipes for Schools. 2. A booklet, School Food Service in the Age of COVID-19 and Beyond, Why What You Serve Matters Now More Than Ever. 3. Video, Introduction to School Lunch, Incorporating Vegan Entrees into Your School Lunch Program. 4. A video, Scaling Up Healthy, Climate-Friendly School Food. And 5. A video, Processed Meat, School Lunch and the Health Risks. Learn more about the benefits of plant-based school meals at pcrm's healthysschoollunches.org. You just listened to Universal Meals and 5 Ways to Encourage Your School to Serve Vegan Lunches from the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine at pcrm.org. And I'm your host, Marian Erickson. And as always, I put a link to the original posts in the show notes, so you can find all of those resources and recipes. The recipes look amazing. The Vegan Quantity Recipes for Schools booklet has recipes designed for 50 or 100 servings. And the Universal Meals recipes are amazing. There are so many there, and you can do them cheaply by choosing the thrifty recipes. So these are fantastic resources for people who say, I don't know what to feed everybody. And I love the phrase Universal Meals. It's so inclusive and not threatening in any way. I just love it all. So please share this episode with anyone who might benefit, and thanks for listening.